Hi girlies, welcome back to Sass a Little Bit of Class. I'm Cara Williamson and today we're just going to have a little debrief. I went out last night for Halloween and I just kind of want to tell you about what happened really, because you're one of the gals, do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's dive right in. Okay, before we start, I just want to say I am dressed like an absolute caveman, okay? I've got an oversized, like quarter zipped fleece on, like a wee jumper. I feel like I'm full of the cold. I'm actually not feeling rough, you know. I'm actually feeling alright. Connor, on the other hand, it's 8 p.m. and he's been asleep all day. All day. Bless his little soul. Did wake him up to have a little Subway. The boy didn't even finish it. I thought, that is rude. Anyway, I ordered a little Subway in, but it's now like 8 o'clock and do you want to know how late it is in my day, right? My skincare has been done, so sorry for the jump scare, but I slept with my makeup on last night, dare I say. I know, criminal. I've just literally slapped on every bit of skincare I have in my drawer and hope it does something. But now I feel like if I touch my face too much, I feel like something's not agreeing and it's literally like peeling off my skin. So starting off, I actually had work yesterday on Halloween. So I was working until about 4 and then at work I was dressed as a little Care Bear, love a lot, so cute. Some of the children helped me with my outfit, which is really cute. I thought none of the children were going to know who I was, but they actually did, so that was great. So yeah, I was a Care Bear at work, and then by night I was Sleeping Beauty. Pink corset, I'm sorry. I'm just a basic gal, okay? Getting ready was totally fine, and then didn't have any mental bees. The brows were stressing me out. My brows just now, I've completely ruined my eyebrows, guys. It's really bad. I basically, oh my god, right. So, I've always been told, right, from when I get my brows done, castor oil and condition your brows, okay? So that's what I've always done, okay? And I've actually stopped using castor oil. I use like a different kind of oil. I think it's maybe rosemary oil or something like that, but it's oil. It all does the same job in my eyes. In the summer, side note, sorry, in the summer I actually put castor oil in my hair. Yeah, don't do that. It's too thick for your hair and it wouldn't come up my hair. I had to wash my hair like 7 times. I washed my hair 7 times in one day and it didn't come out. It was so bad. It was really, really bad. And it was like during the summer holidays, which I was so glad because I actually couldn't have went built like that. I don't know what I would have done if I'd done that and had to go to work. So yeah, that was terrifying. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, it's basically due to get my brows done, but my brows, just my skin in general just now, I don't know if it's like weather changing, I feel like that's very typical to say, everyone says that, but yeah, I feel like my skin's so dry and my brows are just like frazzling and I laminate them every 6 weeks, okay? I'm a consistent gal. So I'm usually really, really good with my like aftercare, I would say, and but I feel like I needed to do it like more than just at night. I don't know if you're meant to do aftercare morning and night, but I usually just do it like as my like nighttime routine. I'm just slapping on some oil or like conditioner or whatever and then that's it. And then I don't even know why I done this, okay? I then had my brow appointment the next day and that night I was putting in a hair mask and I thought my brows are like quite dry. So I just whacked a hair mask in there. I don't know why I done that. I was just kind of putting it in my ends and I just went over the brows. I've actually done it before and it's been fine, but I've never done it literally the night of an appointment, if that makes sense, like the night before. So I basically got my brows done and she's like, they're going really dark. And I'm like, that's fine. They weren't like black, like it was absolutely fine. Like I've had darker, do you know what I mean? Like it was really, but she was quite panicked. I was like, honestly, it's totally fine. She was like, have you used anything new on your brows? And I was like, that no, because the thing wasn't new. Do you know what I mean? Like I've used that hair mask once before, and do you know what I mean? But I've never used it for an appointment. But I just didn't put two and two together. I just went no, and I genuinely didn't think I did. And I couldn't remember. I actually totally forgot that I had like swiped some hair mask over the top of the brows. I just kind of like, it was just like an impulse. I just kind of done it and then kind of forgot. And then I was like looking at my brows and I'm like, they just don't really look the same. And it was nothing on the brow gal because my brow gal's like 10/10, love her, right? My brows are always like snatched, they're amazing, okay? But I was like looking, I was like, they just don't look like how they usually do. And I feel like some of the hairs haven't taken as well as they usually do. And I was just like, what's going on? And then I clicked. I was like, oh, I actually did. It wasn't someone new. I have used it before, but I used the hair mask and I thought that'll be what it is. So I texted and I said, really sorry, but I didn't want her thinking like she had done something, like left the tint on too long. I didn't want her thinking like, and I basically lied because I said I hadn't used anything on my brows when actually I had, but I just forgotten. So I was like, look, it's totally my fault. Like, it's me. And she was like, just come back in. I was like I'll fix the tent. And I was like, no, it's totally fine. Like, I was on holiday. I was actually away at that point anyway. So now my brows are absolutely frazzled. So lesson learned, really. I don't know if you're even meant to put conditioner on the brows. Are you meant to do that? I'm sure I've been told that. I don't know if anyone else does that. I feel like everyone I speak to just uses castor oil, and when I say conditioner, they go, "Oh, do you?" Like I don't know if I'm meant to do that or not, but I think I was told that. Maybe I just made that up. I actually feel like when I put conditioner on my brows, my lamination lasts longer, so that's why I do that. Anyway, so, and they also sit amazing with conditioner. Just make sure your skin's hydrated because conditioner can like really dry out your skin and you don't want it to be like flaky because that'll be like really ugly. Anyway, back onto like the topic, you know. I never go off topic. Halloween. So yeah, I was Sleeping Beauty, got ready, was totally fine, no meta breakdowns apart from almost my brows weren't sitting right. But I got them, totally fine. My dad took me to my friend's house, little gem that he is. When we had like some drinks, we had like a bowl of Venom. I feel like I was in like my prime teenager days. I thought this is, and one thing about a Venom, I will literally see a Venom and be on the floor. Okay, it's literally got like about 3 drinks in one. Thank you very much. So by the end of that, I was already tipsy. Do you know what I mean? So I think I had about 3 of them. One thing about me, I love to keep tabs on like how much I've drank. Like, see when Connor comes out, not in a controlling or like possessive way. If he's not with his friends, I'll be like, oh, so how much did you have to drink? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, do you not count your drinks? Because I do. I was speaking to my mum, she does it too, she counts her drinks. I don't know, I just like to know. So anyway, so I had about 3 Venoms, and then I think I had a couple of like jelly shots. I think I had 2 of them. I got offered a third, but I don't really like jelly shots, they're kind of disgusting. Um, and then yeah, just like a couple like random sewers and things. My pa was a host and she was absolutely amazing. We're playing games, loved me a little game. Um, did we finish any of the games, like little board games? There was like a board game and it was like Truth or Dare and things like that, which was quite fun. And then yeah, and then usually I feel like I'm a really socially awkward gal, okay? Um I don't know why, but I feel like at this house party it was actually totally fine. Like I only knew like obviously Connor and then like Gemma, like whose party it was. So I was like, but I was actually totally fine. And I feel like the people there were like really nice and everyone got along and we kind of all had like the same like kind of sense of humour and it was just so funny. And then it must have been about 1:30 or 1ish to the live house. If you're like from my area, you'll know what I mean. It's basically like it's just like a venue place that puts on little like parties. I don't know if that's a really stupid way of explaining that, but that's basically what it is. And it's been totally hyped. I'm also meant to be going there in December for like a Christmas party with my work, and I know quite a lot of girls going on that night as well. And I'm like, and I was totally like buzzing, like I was completely like so excited to go because no, I see like the pictures in the videos on Instagram, you know, Instagram versus reality, and some pictures look amazing, and I'm like, oh, it looks so much fun, even as a gal that doesn't really go out. So I was quite excited for like the Christmas night out, but then they ended up obviously putting up a Halloween one. So we got tickets for that and the tickets were like I actually don't know how much they were now, to be honest. Maybe like £10 or something. And I went in and it was dead. And we went at 1 o'clock. Like, that's not early, like it was only meant to be open for like another like hour and a half by the time we got there. So everyone that was going would have been there, do you know what I mean? At that point and it was dead. And I'm not being funny. It was literally a man with a Spotify playlist on in my eyes. Like it was really, really just basic, and it was like not very like Halloween vibes. And like looking about, I was like, oh, I wonder like what everyone will be dressed up as. There wasn't really like a lot of like people in the corsets. You know how everyone on TikTok's raging that everyone's getting a corset off of like Amazon and Shein. Yeah, we are. To be honest, no, we're not because I think I seen one other person in a corset and she was Belle. and I only spotted her because like she obviously looked like me, but I was pink and she was yellow, and that was that basically. Nobody really looked like, I didn't know what anyone was, and to be fair, I did forget my tiara, at my pal's house before going out, so they probably didn't know what I was either. But I was just kind of really disappointed. I wanted to like judge everyone's outfits, not like in a bad way, just like oh like that's so cool, or like you look so nice, and it was kind of just like a standard night out. And one thing about me, I hate a standard night out. So that's why I thought, oh, Halloween will be fun. It wasn't. I actually had the best time at my pal's house. Like, that was so fun. Like, I'm like, anytime I go out, I think it'll need to be a house party. Like, I'm a wee child again. I feel like I'm just, like, living for the inner child and inner teenager. Because I was dressed up as Sleeping Beauty, and then I ended up coming across this picture of me when I was younger. And I'm, like, in my room, and my room's, like, covered in, like, like all the toys you can imagine, just like 2005 nostalgia or whatever. I wasn't four. I was probably, maybe it was like 2007 nostalgia. Anyway, it was just like, the picture's just vibes, okay? So yeah, in the picture I was like Sleeping Beauty, so I thought that's so cute. So I've done like a wee thing on TikTok of like how you see me versus how I see me. I see myself as little me. And then I used to love me a little house party. I feel like I completely noticed it. Like I think I've maybe mentioned this before that I don't really get drunk, but I actually was able to get drunk at Gemma's. Like it was just really really good and it was just chill, and even though I didn't know everyone, like, I don't know, it just felt good. I just kind of felt like I was in like a safe environment. And then as soon as I left that taxi and walked into the live house, like the venue place, I was sober. Just like that. I was like, I need to be wary, like, I was covering my drinks. I was, obviously, you should do that anyway, but it was just kind of like very vigilant, like hyper vigilant of like where I was, where Connor was, and who was around me, kind of thing, and like trying not to get too close to anyone. And on the dance floor, very much like, I don't know, I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, she's drunk, like take advantage. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, no, I'm like sober. Do you know what I mean? I've got my wits about me, babe. But so yeah, I think I was there for about an hour after that, got a drink, and as you know, I'm very handsy. So I was like that VBL. That's what I drink when I go out. I did like a V, as in like VBL. It's a noisy place, do you know what I mean? And I work in a nursery. I'm always throwing my hands about and like trying to talk with my hands. So if I think he can't hear me, I just automatically like without thinking just go VBL. And he gave me two. I put up two fingers, in case you're listening, by the way. I put up two fingers, like giving a V sign, but he took that as like a two. Sorry, just thought I'd tell the listeners because you will have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, I ended up getting to it, and they were actually disgusting. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know if maybe they didn't use lemonade, but honestly, it was just disgusting. So I won't be getting that when I go in December. But yeah, it was dead. It was completely dead. Like, it's just not how I imagined it would be. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing, to be honest. Actually thinking, right, see, every other couple I seen, they were all like a wee duo. And I thought, oh, that could never be me and Connor. Like, I was Sleeping Beauty and he was like Jigsaw. No, the guy with like the white face and the spiral things on his cheeks. He was that. With like the funny like hair. And I was just like, yeah, I just can't get any like opposite. Do you know what I mean? I was like a sweet little cute princess with my tiara and my long gloves on. And here he was. I was like, wait when he has the mask and things off, he looks like a little prince. So apart from the red tie, we're basically twinning. Basically did look like a wee duo, but we weren't a duo. He was the polar opposite of me. Next year I really want to go as Barbie. That cowboy outfit is amazing. I need it. I didn't see anyone else wearing it yesterday. And I've been seeing it on my TikTok, and Sabrina Carpenter was wearing it. Oh my god, she looked so good. And I'm like, yeah, I will. That'll be me. And I'll just get Connor to be Ken. Will he be Ken? Probably not. Will this even happen? Probably not. Honestly, if anyone wants me to leave my house ever, they're going to have to throw a house party. And I'm not hosting. I'm not doing it here because I wouldn't be able to relax. If someone spilled a drink on my floor, I would kick everyone out. I'd be like, right, that's it, enough. I just couldn't. I'd be too worried about the carpet. I would have my carpet cleaner out. I'd be on my hands and knees. Like, I just I just couldn't. I'd be like cleaning the floors on my hands and knees. I just couldn't relax. So yeah, if my friends want me to leave the house, they're going to have to throw a party because I'm never going out in town ever again, apart from Christmas. But I won't be really out in town. I'll be going to that live house and I'll be going home. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, okay, because it's a bit soon, but I'm actually vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for a whole 3 days. I'm actually not. I'm actually a pescatarian because I actually had tuna today. This is how it came about. Um, Basically, it was a bit late. Me and Connor hadn't had tea yet, so we went to KFC. I know. After I ate my KFC, I literally sent my dad a picture of my KFC to make him jealous. And then, honestly, about 5 minutes after I went, I'm vegetarian. And he went, "You've literally just had a KFC." And I'm like, "I know, but things change." Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I basically went on TikTok and I seen this video of a pig falling out a trailer. And then they like took the pig, and the video was fake. Like the pig was different in every clip. But yeah, it was just really cute, and I thought that pig literally looks and sounds like Ralphie. Like I can't. And I love like cows as well, they're cute. So maybe I can maybe just stop eating. Is that pork and beef? That's right, yeah. Because I absolutely love chicken. I've been struggling because my favourite thing for lunch is like I have a little ham sandwich with cucumber on it. And it's so good, and all week I've been craving it, and honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm struggling to think of teas without like meeting them. So I've kind of been dodging it, and I've been getting very, very bad migraines. So I really don't know what to do. I'm basically living off like cheese toasties, and that's it really. So yeah, by the way I'm speaking, I feel like this little vegan thing, vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever, isn't going to last very long. I've done this before. It lasted 3 months, so that's quite a long time for me. Um, that wasn't really a choice. That was after Christmas, and then basically Christmas meals give me the bulk anyway. I don't know. I just can't really eat on Christmas. I don't know if it's like excitement, you know. And then I was driving past like this big trailer thing, like this lorry with like loads of sheep in it, and they're all going bah. And I was like, oh, they're so cute. And Carl was like, do you know where they're going? He's like, they're going to the slaughter. I was like, you didn't have to tell me that. You didn't have to say that, did you? You didn't have to say, oh, do you know where they're going? They're going to the slaughterhouse. That wasn't nice. So yeah, that put me off food for 3 months. Um, and I physically couldn't even look at meat. And I tried like corn chicken nuggets and things like that. But I think, see, when you know, like for me, because I know it's fake chicken, I'm like that, ooh. But even when it's real chicken, I'm still like, ooh. There's just no winning. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to have veg in it either. Um, so yeah, we'll see if I'm still pescatarian or whatever by by next week. We got a HelloFresh on the way. Love a wee bit of a HelloFresh occasionally because it's pricey, and their food isn't always great, you know, like their options. Anyway, so I've got one of them on the way to kind of give me more options of like what I can eat, and like meals I could have and things. Yeah, and on that it says flexitarian. And I thought, what on earth is that? I've never heard about that in my life. And it's basically like you avoid eating meat where you can, if that makes sense. I think that's what it means. Like, if you can avoid it, you will. I don't know. I think somewhere along the lines. But but yeah, maybe that'll be me. Maybe I'll just go back to old ways. I don't know. Every time I think about having a ham sandwich, because I've got ham in my fridge, because I literally done a food shop. This happened on Sunday. So I literally done a food shop, bought everything I needed for lunch, like my ham and my cucumber for my sandwiches. And then I was seeing it on TikTok, and I thought, well, that is a waste. So I've currently got, every time I go in the fridge, there's ham sitting there going, eat me, and I can't, because I've decided that I'm vegetarian or pescatarian or whatever. I'm only pescatarian because I'm thinking, what else can I actually have in my lunch? So I'm thinking about having like a tuna and cucumber sandwich instead. And I'm sure that'll have like protein and whatever in it instead of having cheese, because I literally rely on cheese. See, the first couple of days I thought this is actually really easy. Like before, when I done it for 3 months, that was like 2 years ago. So when I done it for the 3 months, I was like vegan, but I wasn't really vegan. Like I was just like went off meat. I couldn't have like cheese or milk or that because I was just trying to ban everything out. Um, but yeah, I literally live off cheese. It's really, really toxic trait of mine. So yeah, we'll see how long that lasts for. Definitely not long, I don't think. I'm already like craving lots of things. I really actually want a stir fry. I'm gonna make a stir fry maybe tomorrow. Um so yeah, we'll see how long that will last. Probably not very long. Definitely won't be 3 months. The bad time of year to be a pescatarian. What am I eat on Christmas? I don't really usually eat Christmas meals anyway, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, sorry, short and sweet. I will see you next week I'm sorry, I feel like this episode's been really all over the place and I've kind of just spoke at you for no good reason. But I didn't want to let you down, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be consistent here. I will see you in the next one. Keep it sassy, keep it classy, and I hope you had an amazing Halloween. And I hope you weren't too hungover. I wasn't. Connor definitely was, bless his soul. Anyway, I made to make myself a big fat pasta bake and garlic bread. So yeah, hopefully I've been amazing company for you while you've been like cleaning your house or um traveling to work. A lot of you actually listen to me while going to work because Monday morning, my views on Spotify, they rocket, you know. Thank you very much. Rocket is probably an over exaggeration, but I see the views going up in the morning on a Monday. So thank you. Anyway, enjoy work if you're going to work and yeah, hope you're enjoying your clean. A lot of people actually say to me that I was ironing while they listen to me. Do you iron for like 20 minutes? I don't even own an iron. Probably shouldn't have admitted that. Keep it sassy, keep it classy, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye. Love ya.